Good evening, SimWorld. We are here at Five Boroughs Park in Hell's Kitchen, Island of Manhattan, as Gotham 5. 2 straight losses for them. They host SimWorld Oceania in town. I am E-Lava, joined in the booth. First time this season, but it's the classic combination from last year. Rick Blaze, glad to be working this game with you as Oceania controls the tip, and we're underway.
E, it's so good to hear you, see you again, brother. It's been far too long. I'm in a live broadcast, and I don't know if we have a dump button, but I am so excited.
Well, G5 excited to get back on track. As I mentioned, they lost 2 in a row, so this is really a get-right game for them. And there you see Big Aaron Lovejoy get it inside, but he can't finish.
This is a perfect game for G5 to get right, because Oceania is what we would call, in French, garbage.
Well, they've started the season 2-8. Is some talent on this team. They're led by Cole Webb, 6'4" guard. A nice dish inside. That's to big Richard Hennessy. Shot clock winding down. He takes it up and gets. Oh wait, no. Oh, looks like the bucket counts.
It went in.
All right. I thought they were going to call a shot clock violation there. I got a little crossed up, but I guess the refs have it right. That's what matters.
Well, they could have called 8 seconds, but he's definitely in their paint for a long time.
G5 started this game a little bit cold, and there's a 3 from Oceania. Won't go. Lovejoy clears away the rebound. Well, Gotham 5 lost. They were upset on the road by Best Coast Ballers, and that was after the Ballers lost Mikey Williams. The Ballers have been playing well, surprisingly, Rick, since Mikey left the team. Little addition by subtraction, I don't know.
Hey, you know what's interesting? I don't know if anyone else caught that. They're actually playing with like an 8-man rotation on the team right now. Not only do not have Mikey, but they have less than the rest of SimWorld as well. They're just getting it done. So like you say, addition by subtraction, it's opened up LDO, right?
Yeah, 37 points the other night.
Yeah. In a classic game, a SimWorld classic game on yesterday evening.
Ooh, there's a 3, and that is up, and it is good. Majere Williams, the 38th player in SimWorld, 6'3" guard out of New Brunswick, New Jersey, and he gives G5 their first lead of the game.
Trey Ball. Now, E, since we are in New York, I know Siege is now on the broadcast, but people don't know you are quite fluent in the culinary yourself, brother. In New York, what should I grab?
Oh, my Lord. Well, I have to say that, I lived 10 years in New York City, and there we see a 3 answer on the other end. That's Jackson Whitlock splashes. But, some of the classics that were around during my time are still there. And the 2 I'm going to recommend, there's a place over on the east side called Essa Bagel. It is simple. It is very straightforward, and the people in there who serve you will be very rude to you. That's just kind of the way it is, but they have the best bagels. Highly, highly recommended, and of course, bagels being a New York thing. And then, secondly, the other one I want to give you is the Corner Bistro, which is in the West Village. This is all sort of down, lower end of the island-ish. The Corner Bistro, classic Manhattan institution, been there for ages. They do basically burgers, but they are the best burgers in the world.
I'm a sucker for a really good burger. You don't tell me that. I will fly out tonight.
And in like a little kind of, dingy bar environment, you're getting it in with the kitchen there, kind of right on site. And they got 2 kinds of beer, dark and light. You got your choice. You got 1 or 2. But
dark and light.
Dark and light, but it will be packed, believe me, because everybody knows to go there. Those are my recommendations. Essa Bagel and the Corner Bistro. I could throw out more. Katz's Deli is another classic.
Oh, yeah. We have a Katz here in use. I have one. Interestingly enough, I purchase from them all the time. Although I've never actually been there, I purchase online. They ship it to me. So I'm an ice cream snob. I'm a dessert snob. So there's an ice cream shop in New York called Morgenstern's.
Morgenstern's.
From what I'm told, it's a line out the door to get into Morgenstern's. They wear all white or ice cream parlor. I pay, not including shipping, I pay $100 for my ice cream.
Oh my Lord.
So with the shipping and everything's like $125.
Okay.
And they send it in the big box with dry ice and everything.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so
That cool. Yeah.
shout out to New York and shout out to Morgan Stearns who faithfully gets my money, my $100 for my order.
Well,
Now
maybe we'll get
I
some
can
while
pick
we're
it up.
here. That's
Yeah,
right.
now I can pick it up.
Beat the shipping. Well, definitely, this is a good food town, New York. It's also a good hoops town. G5 still trailing by a point, but nice swat there. It's going to stay with Oceania. This first quarter has been moving right along. We're almost up on the halfway mark. I want to remind everybody, we've got a doubleheader tonight, Rick. We got a second game coming up after this one, Cascadia and Beyond the Arch. Is that through there is well short.
And it's 4:12 left to go in the first. And I'll say before the game, we talked about the line on this game. And you said -9 in favor of Gotham. And I thought Gotham can run this bad up to as much as 15. But so far, Oceania's competing, and that's all you can ask.
Oceania is competing. And Cole Webb, excuse me, not Brian. That's a different Symbol player. But Cole Webb with the ball now. He's gotten on the board. He's driving here. Can't get the shot to go. But outside of Majere Williams, who's hit 2 threes, it has been a struggle early on here for G5. Lovejoy looking to get on the board. Oh, and that's going to be, there's a 3-second violation. That's going to go the other way.
I love how Lovejoy continues to make his move and make the shot anyway. Hey, I'm already making my move, baby. I might as well go ahead and put it up.
Big fan of Aaron Lovejoy myself. 6'11", 200-pounder out of Utica, upstate New York.
This is the advantage Oceania has if they want to use it with Big Hennessy. They can get him down low. He's limited offensively. He's a big, strong guy, and he can bully anybody in the paint.
Charlie Crane in the game, and his 3 is short there. Ian Anthony also in the game now for G5, and he sets up things here on the offensive end. Oh, shot there from Mbako, and he buries it.
They do have a guy named Mbako on the team, huh?
McKenzie definitely shows his skills and abilities, which come in that 6'9" package, but blends well in this team. And look at that, Cole Webb. It's the 3, that's the lead back to 1 again. But Mbako averaging 11 points and 3 rebounds a game on the season, but doing it fairly quietly. Unlike that man, Keon Anthony, who's made a splash, averaging 12.1 so far this season.
Yeah, and Mbako, who I think his how do I want to frame this? He has been steady. He's been getting a little bit better as the season goes on. Right now he's a long ways from what we thought he would be at the beginning of the season. But he's not garbage right now. You know what I mean? Like he's decent. We're still not game planning for. Well, I don't know if teams are. They may be still game planning for Mbako, but his stat line is not saying I'm all the way back yet. But maybe he's on his way.
Lovejoy hits the little spinner, and it's suddenly a 5-point lead for Gotham as we're under 2 minutes to go now, opening frame. Nice drive there for the Charlie Crane. He's going to try to take it up himself, but he can't get it to go. Rebound there by Hennessy. And Crane's second attempt, up and in.
It's a good second chance points. Great job by Hennessy with the rebound and kick out.
Anthony deals inside to Lovejoy, has a smaller defender on him. Pulls it up and sets the screen instead, however. Mbako. Again, just kind of makes something that was a tough shot there look pretty easy, Rick, and that goes to show why college teams like Kansas, Indiana, St. John's, all interested in the services of Mackenzie Mbako. Mbako tomorrow will be in Bloomington to meet with the Hoosiers.
I know you have your fingers crossed and you saying rosy prayers and you lighting the candle tonight and everything in between.
I don't hide my fandom from the public. I'm a Hoosier fan, and Mackenzie Mbako would be perfect piece to fit the IU puzzle for next season. Coach Mike Woodson, I hope, and the NIL people have something really nice put together for Mackenzie this weekend.
Would he be the most hyped player since maybe Eric Barkley?
For to come out of, Well, what do you mean? To come out of where?
To play in Indiana.
Well, you mean
play
Eric
in
Gordon?
Indiana.
You mean Eric Gordon?
I mean Eric.
Yeah, right.
No, Barkley played for Indiana too, right?
Oh, I don't know. Trust me, I'm an IU fan. I know.
Oh, Barkley's at St. John's.
Yeah, he a big one. And probably as a one-year rental, it would be the biggest since Noah Vonleh, I want to say.
Okay.
You know. Ooh, look at that.
That's a tough shot.
That is a foul on Mbako, but impressive bucket. Ivani Conwell, 6'6", 200-pounder, Australian. Averages just 4.2 points a game and shooting under 40%, but highlight play for him right there.
Yeah, and I don't know who does the haircuts for Oceania, but his edge up is whack, my guy. But shout out to the Oceania team. They are competing this first quarter. They have a chance to cut this deficit down to 2. My man can make this and 1, but again, his lineup is he need to get touched up in New York before he leaves. He need to get touched up.
Well, Oceania, 2 wins, 8 losses on the season. It's been a struggle, but not every defeat has been a blowout for them by any stretch. They have hung tough, had some close losses. Coach Elijah Wheeler in his first year coaching this team, which is mostly Australian. In fact, with the exception of the 7-foot big man, Richard Hennessy, who's Cuban. The entire team is an Australian passport.
I'm sorry, brother. I ain't heard nothing you said since my man in the background and DJ started playing this music, man. I'm jamming up here in the NYC. I bet they won't get no AZ up in this piece playing in the background. Big AZ fan. Big AZ fan. Oh, some Ghostface Killer. Can we get some Ghostface, DJ? I'm just giving requests out there, man. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Since I'm here, man.
The step back from Keon. Feeling it right there, but it wouldn't go. Gives Oceania plenty of time here for a bucket. They can tie this thing up or even take the lead. Going into the break, the drive won't go. Second chance not there, and that is going to end things at the break here in the 5 boroughs. It is a 2-point lead for Gotham as they look to break a 2-game losing streak. And we are back. Second quarter just about to get underway. Scrappy game so far. You got to hand it to Elijah Wheeler's Oceania squad. Not looking intimidated here. Going to New York City to take on one of SimWorld's best in Gotham 5.
Yeah, and during the break, I was trying to read some of this graffiti on the wall. I don't know if that was done for the aesthetic of the culture or some hoodlums just came in and they just repurposed a terrible wall. Just got tagged on a random day.
Oh, you know, that's how
any of them is possible.
That's how Jean-Michel Basquiat got his artistic start here in this town. Spray painting walls and things. And then random doors and alleys and things like that later on were being ripped off, sold. Might want to get in on some of this while you can. Invest. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Shot won't go there. Nice rebound, pulled away. It's Willie Weasel in the game. 6'8", 220-pounder Weasel.
And shout out to Mob Deep for sure.
No BB to the DWEP, Queensbridge finest. Don't think I don't know. Foul there, good foul there, and that's going to send Weasel to the line. Weasel only averaging 3.8 points per game. Oh, I'm sorry, it's going to be Jackson Whitlock. I misidentified him there. Whitlock averaging 8.2. 6'9", 220-pounder, only 16 years old on a Oceania team that does have some youth, including the 15-year-old Cravian Abbas, averaging 6.3 a game off the bench.
Yeah, this team has a very good chance of growing together and become a better team over the years. But they can stick together past this season. They're a very young team, like you said. And a lot of these guys are very good young talents that's probably going to need a little bit more time. They're not as seasoned as some of these other teams have. Some of these other teams have playing on their team. But, you know, I'm appreciative of their effort. And so far, 2 minutes going in the second quarter, these guys are competing, man.
High ball game. Ian has it. He stayed out there right now. Logan Williams gives it up. Tank U, or sorry, not Tank Hughes, that's Conte Dior gets a shot up, but it won't fall. The defense has definitely been there so far in this one. Oceania making life difficult, and once again drawing the foul on the offensive end on G5. Yep. This time, Conte Dior picks up one.
Oceania's doing two really good things well right now. Right now, they're slowing the tempo of the game. It's a slow pace. I think it's even slower than what G5 would like to play. And they're going to the line to get shot opportunities. But also, they're making every shot that Gotham shoot a tough shot. There's a hand in the face of every shot Gotham is shooting. So there's no wide open person or any uncontested shots that Oceania's giving up.
Coach Tim Bellardi of G5 does like to play up-tempo, and you saw him there for a moment on our cameras on the sideline. A little bit animated, not very happy.
He was going ballistic. He was really going ballistic.
Well, an upset here would also drop them to 7-5, 3 straight losses, and got a feeling the Discord narrative tomorrow might be a little bit G5 dominated.
Timeout.
You can't call a timeout now. Oh, we get one anyway. You get a foul to save.
My God.
Go, Rick.
Thank you, PA announcer, for the GFK, baby.
Shooting foul.
Feels so good.
Good
atmosphere
here.
Yeah, only thing I'm missing is gum at the bottom of my shoe, and everything be complete.
Nugent Williams, shooting 2.
Williams to the line. G5. 2-point lead here, early second quarter. And as we discussed before the game, Rick, neither one of us picked Oceania to win this. I just thought they'd keep it a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Long way to go in this one, but got to be impressed with how they played this first 10 minutes.
Imagine how shocked my draws are. I had them guys losing by 15 points, and they got a 2-point lead right now. It's possible that we can go into halftime with maybe a tied game, or dare I say it, Oceania with a lead at half. Come on, say it ain't so, man.
Well, and often when Oceania has picked up a victory or played something close, it's been due to the one-man heroics of Cole Webb, averaging almost 16 points a game. He hasn't played badly. He's picked up, he scored some points tonight, but hasn't been the focus necessarily for Oceania here to start, which I think is encouraging for them as well.
Absolutely. I think it's a good job by Oceania. And I just want to see if they can keep this up. I'm excited. I thought it was a good chance to get a nap in, but apparently Oceania has proved me wrong so far.
Jan gets it back. Gives it up to Mugen Williams. Majere catching a little breather right now. Oh, and Mugen is stripped up the other way.
Mugen shouldn't have the ball. He should have had the ball in his hands in the first place way out there. What is he? Oh my God. What is he doing way out there? That's a wild shot by Oceania.
Well, Joe King's shot there wouldn't go. He got the ball back, and it was him who stripped it in the first place. So maybe he deserved the attempt, and this opportunity does turn into 2. Oceania up by 3. This is their biggest lead since early in this game.
That's a tough shot. Great shot.
Both teams playing good defense so far. Points coming at a premium in this one. Oh, the drive. That's nicely done there. Keontae Dior, he's a symbol of veteran. We saw him last year, Rick. He's averaging 4.4 points, but he's got some ability.
Yeah, he does. He has a nice game. He doesn't do anything great, but he does a lot of things really well.
Ooh. Keon Anthony unable to hang there. Point lead restored for Oceania. Keon definitely capable of some offensive explosions we've seen this season, but so far kept pretty well in check by this Oceania squad. And that's just a tough shot there, too.
Hey, man, Oceania's making every shot attempt tough for Gotham 5. I haven't seen a wide-open jumper from Gotham 5 yet. So Oceania, the coach obviously has made sure he preached defense this game. And as the PA announcer is playing it, Oceania is also playing it themselves.
Gravion Abbas, I mentioned him earlier. He is only 15 years old, but the 6'2 guard cuts through to the hoop there. Oceania, 5-point lead. This match is the biggest lead either team's had in this game.
And I'm saying this, Steve, Oceania stretches the lead out to 10 points. I'm going to lose my sugar on the iced tea.
Well, Keontae Dior seems determined not to allow that to happen to you, Rick. He's played well last couple minutes and gets another nice-looking bucket there. The 6'5" upperclassman out of Orangeburg, but it remains a 3-point lead. Oceania, timeout on the floor with 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go till we hit halftime. Want to remind everybody, well, you know, Rick, normally, or very often anyway, when I want to get people, you know, all pumped up for the post-up's going to happen, I'm talking about you're going to be on it, and you don't know what you're going to say, and you got to tune in for it. So a little bit of a different show tonight, but we will see. We are going to have yells, and we are going to have the maestro, and just let the magic happen, I think.
I believe so. There's nothing else can happen. You never know. You know, anybody can kind of show up at some point in time. You know, I've been known to crash a few parties in my day.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, there you go, folks. Even more reason to stick around. We do have another game coming up. We're going to take a little break in between, but going to have the post-up. Maestro, yells, and perhaps mystery guests. You don't know who. It could be anybody. Tom Cruise. You just don't know.
Who owes me a favor, by the way? I was one of his stunt doubles in the Mission Impossible 2.
Ooh, almost ripped away there, and that's Sire Matthews doing what he does best, defense, but collected by Joe King Jr.
And Oceania's even getting on the offensive rebounds today. They're playing a really solid basketball today, I have to say. Great
And
shot.
there is Cole Webb back in the game and hitting a tough jumper. Cole Webb, not just because they share the name, but his game does remind me of Brian Webb, I gotta say. I think there are some similarities between the two of them. Brian Webb's game reminds me of Damon Bailey, who nobody but me remembers.
So that means Cole Webb also reminds you of Damon Bailey.
That's true. That's true. Who reminds me a little bit, to take it even further back, of Adrian Dantley.
Oh, wow.
Adrian Dantley, yeah, 6'4", but kind of played small forward, almost played power forward at 6'4". And by the way, there's a size mismatch if Oceania wants to take advantage of that. Staying jumper three, make it. Wow, well.
That's a great shot.
That's
And Adrian
Kadarius
Dantley, oddly
Sylvia.
enough, he reminds me of Louis Stubblefield.
Ooh. Interesting call out there. I like it too.
Yeah,
I like what I'm seeing from Oceania. 6
I just
point
made
lead.
it. I just made it. I'm getting loony as the lead for Oceania's building. I'm getting loony.
tide stemmed there with that missed shot, but it remains a 6-point lead, and this is a really surprising result. Plenty of basketball up, but we are under 2 minutes to go in the first half, and at home, G5 has not been able to unlock this Oceania defense. There is one of the few things that has worked, and that is Majere Williams.
They needed that really, really, really bad. That was a one-time buzzer by Majere.
Let's see what kind of response Oceania has. Webb has it right now. Picks up a screen from Hennessy. Cuts to the paint and gets the bucket. Cole Webb going to work here.
Man, that's easy money. When you're as big as 7 foot, almost 300 pounds, it's easy for him to block out the moon, the eclipse, and the opposing player at the same time.
We saw Coach Bellardi run out onto the floor there after that timeout. Still not happy with the effort that his team is putting in tonight. They trail Oceania by 5 here on their home turf at 5 Burroughs Park. I do like this gym. I like this place. It's a good atmosphere. Takes me back to my New York days. Well, we're going to take a quick break too, but come right back. We're going to wrap up this first half when we return.
Ladies, we ask your forgiveness. Please forgive our immaturity, our outbursts of tacky compliments. Forgive our browser history. Forgive our hormones taking control of us. Forgive us for thinking an open shirt is the ultimate weapon of appeal. Forgive us for opening our beers like primates. Forgive for taking a no as a yes. For insisting on playing a guitar that doesn't exist. And please forgive us for never washing our hands. Ever. Schneider. The beer with the exact maturity of the man who's in the process.
Point advantage for Oceania, looking to improve their record to 3-8 and stun Sim World. They can keep Gotham 5 from picking up a victory here at home. Coach Bellardi, in his second year coaching this team, is 29-10. A winning percentage almost 75%, but has his hands full tonight. But yes, what's your question, Rick?
I wanted to ask you, how big of an upset would this be for Oceania? To put it, for those who may not know the history of these teams and the coaches, put it in context in another basketball, baseball analogy, how big this would be equivalent of Oceania beating Gotham 5 today.
In a baseball analogy, how big of an upset would you say?
You picked the sport.
Oh, I picked the sport. I mean, This is, well, we just concluded the NFL football season. That was once again nice drive. And boy, that is just going to infuriate Coach Bellardi there. But I'll put it in football terms. Because again, you know, any team can win any weekend. We all know that. But I'm going to say this is Washington Commanders eating the Bills. Right.
At home, and the Bills are at home.
Yeah. We went up to Buffalo too, and it was December.
And who's the quarterback for the Commanders?
It's going to be Jacoby Brissett this year, right? So I'm Carson Wentz. Right?
Yeah. No, they got Brissett's going to be the backup.
You're that Sam.
They're going with Sam Howell.
Yeah,
they're going with Sam Howell.
We'll see.
Go figure.
We'll see, says the Cowboys fan. Mackenzie Mbako to the line. He picks up both his free throws there. Still,
and don't look now. I think
lead. in the ball.
I think Mbako's their leading scorer, which may say it all right now. I think he may be the leading scorer right now. He needs to step up, and he has been. But his teammates going to give him help too tonight. Oceania's ready to play.
Conway trying to get inside, but has a bigger defender on him. It ends up getting kicked out. Ooh, Charlie Crane takes a long shot. Won't go there. G5 should get a decent look at this. Plenty of time to set something up there. Gotta get moving, though, and it's just going to be an Mbako 3. Ooh, and it rattles home.
Bucket!
That is a nice break there for Gotham. It gives them a little bit of momentum coming into the break, too. I believe I'm saying it, but it just cuts Oceania's lead to 2. And this game doesn't feel as close as the score would show, to be honest. It's been a surprising result. Been a surprising result so far by a pesky, determined Oceania squad who came to New York on a mission. We've seen some nice play from Cole Webb, Jackson Whitlock getting to the line, Cravian Abbas and Giovanni Conwell, and getting you some highlights now. Jer Williams and Mbako getting it done from beyond 3-point for G5, but they've struggled to score in general, and they've given up way too many easy points. Oceania able to attack the paint, attack the basket. Good results, Rick. We're going to take a break. 2-point advantage. We return for the second half.
Ladies, we ask your forgiveness. Please forgive our immaturity, our outbursts of tacky compliments. Forgive our browser history. Forgive our hormones taking control of us. Forgive us for thinking an open shirt is the ultimate weapon of appeal. Forgive us for opening our beers like primates. Forgive for taking a no as a yes. For insisting on playing a guitar that doesn't exist. And please forgive us for never washing our hands. Ever! Schneider, the beer with the exact maturity for the man who's in the process.
Y'all know how I go down, right? They always want to hold you down. Y'all know. So G-Dep, tell me a little something. Should I record? Y'all know how I go down, right? They always want to hold you down. Y'all know. So G-Dep, tell me a little something. Should I record?
We have a good one here in New York City. Oceania 2-point lead over Gotham 5. Second half just about to get underway here, and this is a packed house. You came out to see G5 get back to winning ways tonight and expected to see that, but I feel like it's partly what Oceania is doing. It's a different G5 team with philosophy out there right now, Rick.
Yeah, I feel the offensive identity has changed from the beginning to the season till now, and I'm sure Coach Velarde would let me know later if I'm telling the truth or not. But I feel like they're doing a little more inside out. I think at first they had more of the wing players like the Majars and like the Ken handling the ball, and it looks like they changed from that slightly, and the tempo has definitely slowed down. So I don't know if it's Oceania's causing this or if this is just Gotham's new theme. And a lot of coaches be tinkering with things throughout the season, so maybe Velarde is tinkering, but I tell you what, the way this is working, I think he's going to tinker to something else in a while.
Oh my. Well, so far this half, we've seen Willie Weasel get a nice easy score, and Sire Matthews pound the air out of the ball and then take a bad shot. It won't go, and it ends with a
Thank you
big
very much.
Richard Hennessy dunk. That is 275 pounds of man attacking that rim.
I have a question I want to ask you. Can you really be trusted if your last name is Weezer?
Well, you can be trusted on that opening possession, and he's a big fella. You probably want him in the trench. He's trying to D up Aaron Lovejoy right there. Can't quite handle the nearly 7-foot frame and long arms of Lovejoy, who scores over him there. But Oceania, they're looking the same team they were the first 16 minutes. They're playing tough here, and here comes Webb, who kicks it back out. Jackson Whitlock going to take the shot off the front of the rim. Nice dish inside.
Oh, wow.
There. Oh, second chance from Lovejoy. And this is one thing I was going to make a halftime adjustment observation on, Rick. I feel like a lot of games I've seen Gotham 5 win, play well. Lovejoy has been a key to them in a lot of ways, rebounding, scoring, assists even. And I just don't think they've tried to run things through him. I'm not saying he has to score 20 points tonight, but I don't think they've run things through him enough. And here's a steal, ends up in Mbako's hands. Corner three, will not go. Break there for Oceania, but I would like to see more Lovejoy in G5 myself.
Wouldn't we all like to see a little more love and joy?
And
Who
joy.
wouldn't like some love and joy? Who wouldn't, E?
I need a little more. I think G5 needs a little bit more to get back in this one. Once again, Brian Webb on the attack. He's fouled. That one's on Lovejoy, and it's going to send Webb to the line.
Oceania's living at the free throw line this game. I think this is going to be their 6th and 7th attempt.
Jackson Whitlock made a couple trips.
Cole Webb, shooting 2.
And so what I think, E, in order for Oceania to pull this game out, I think they have to keep doing a lot of what they're doing now. Slow the tempo down, get to the line by getting good quality shots and getting physical with the team. Also contest every jump shot. And I think now it's easier said than done than the 4 quarters, but if Oceania can keep that up, they have a chance to pull out this upset, which will definitely be an upset if they pull it out tonight.
I'm gonna throw it to my producer Roniel, who has some sideline info for us. Roniel, what you got?
Well, I had a second to talk to some assistant coaching for Samuel Oceania, and they were telling us that they really like the pace that Oceania and their team is playing with. They're saying that G5 looks like they may be willing to slow it down, which allows Oceania to slow it down as well, so they don't get essentially ran out the gym, but they can always turn the pace up whenever they want, and they think that that's the key to this game. Back to you guys.
Oh, thanks for the insight there, Roniel. And decent defense from Oceania. Mbako just able to hit a shot. And on this end, Webb gets inside Mbako, and that's tough to do, that big 6'9" frame, but he gets a fairly easy layup.
Indeed. And one thing about in G5, they got some big guys out there now. If they can get it, both teams do actually. So the bigs in both these teams can really do damage if they get active in that paint. Oh, good pass. Oh, okay. Well, I see you with the pass, Playboy. Oh my God, Smokey Robinson's greatest hits.
Ends up going
Gotta
back
make those
over to
shots.
G5, but nice quick hands there. Joe King Jr. disrupting that and creating the opportunity for Oceania, but they're unable to capitalize. And by and large, it's been individual efforts out there from G5 that's keeping them in this game. Here comes Keon Anthony driving inside, but he can't get that to go. Going to get a second chance, however. Baco going to take the three and nail it. Wow.
Big shot. Big shot from your potential next Indiana Hoosier.
Keeping all my fingers crossed. All my fingers crossed. Oh, nice drive inside and a little bucket up and in. Joe King Jr.
Hey, Oceania won't let this team. Come in and just do what they want. I respect it, man. They got a really good game plan coming in tonight.
G5 starting to heat up from outside.
Never mind.
Mbako, now Anthony, back-to-back threes. And G5, well, there's your outside-inside maybe starting to work a little bit, Rick.
And let's see how Oceania responds.
Well, so far they're
Okay.
responding by getting to
Okay,
the rim,
then.
attacking and scoring. That's what they've really been doing all, since the second quarter on, particularly, I'd say. They kind of found something that works where they're able to get one-on-one matchups they like and attack the rim. So far, it's been working pretty well for Oceania. They're right in this thing. That shot won't go, but another second chance opportunity. Finished with authority right there.
Has Oceania hit a 3 yet? No, they hit 2 in the first half.
Yeah, they did some.
They need to drop a few more.
It's getting scrappy out there, almost. There's a turnover instead. Shot won't go. Rebound up the other way. Oceania.
Just when Gotham 5 has a chance to get the crowd crazy, they haven't been able to quite get over the hump yet. Oh my God.
Shot bad all off there by Whitlock, and offensive rebound intercepted. Keon Anthony quickly turns it to points at the other end, and we are tied at the 1:59 mark of the third quarter.
Turn me up, NY. Let's go, baby. Get loud.
We're going to take a break, come right back. Tie ball game in New York. Keon Anthony and Kenzie Mbako
Oh yeah.
bring their shooting form from deep. Let's help to tie things up here for G5. Well, with just a 59 left to go in this one, it is anybody's ball game. And you would have asked an Oceania fan before this thing started if they'd be happy knowing it was tied with 10 minutes to go. You would have gotten an unequivocal, yes, I will take that.
I'm sorry, I'm in a moment right now. Just in a moment. I'm at a dance hall. It's late. It's a rave party. Everybody's popping Flintstone vitamins. Yeah. And they're going crazy with all the vitamins Flintstones are.
Jackson Whitlock, he's only 1 for 6 from the field now. He has been productive from the free throw line.
Oh, he tried to find the back door. Wrong key.
Instead, Whitlock gets it underneath. Oh, the difficult shot will not go in the end there. It's Crane.
I don't know why those guys
Crane
like
almost with the steal. But it ends up a Hakeem Matthews bucket. Hakeem Matthews, 6'8", 240-pounder. Brother of Sire. Oh, Charlie Crane, uncontested.
Nice.
Too easy. I've seen way too much of that if I'm Tim Bellardi.
Absolutely. And what you don't want to do, you don't want this Oceania team to get comfortable and get confident, which sounds like they already are right now. That's why they're still in this game. And so they got the Flyers found themselves in a dogfight today.
There passes out the double team, and Baco wide open, and I don't think you can do that. That's asking for what you got there, and Gotham is now in front by 3.
And Baco rolling tonight, baby. That's point number. That's 17 points for him. He's leading the team in points tonight. He's probably the person you don't want to rotate off tonight.
G5 will trade 3 for 2, but I don't know if Mbako if he's fast enough to stick with Charlie Crane. Crane has gotten around him a few times tonight, but suddenly G5 is really dialed in.
Yeah, they're playing like what we expected them to play coming out. So let's see if they can keep it up and stretch this lead out.
Charlie Crane trying to chop into this lead. The quarter's going to come to an end. He's going to take it himself, gets a decent look off, but it won't go. G5, 3-point advantage with 8 minutes to go. We got the fourth quarter coming up. We're going to take a quick break, finish things up here in Hell's Kitchen. Good close game all the way here in New York City. Oceania ball, and they trail by 3. Vonnie Conwell has it. He's going to attack. This shot comes off the rim, won't go, and feels like the momentum has shifted here, Rick. Oh, and that might really put an exclamation point on it.
Yeah, it's coming faster than the New York train down the subway track right now. It's coming downhill, baby. It looks like it's feeling like it's coming downhill.
Oceania played their hearts out, and they don't think that they're done. Richard Hennessy.
2 shots to Hennessy, please. Raise your glass.
Zaire Matthews has it. He's been fairly quiet tonight. Nice pass inside to Lovejoy there, and he gets a nice, easy bucket. To Willie Weasel. Just not big enough to hang. Lovejoy down there in the paint.
I'll say that last thing we did here, something here. Open shot.
Oh! Open shot. Make. Charlie Crane is having a night tonight. The 17-year-old from Gold Coast, Australia. 6'1" guard. 2-point game. A long-range 3 will not go. The rebound. That's Big Hennessy who comes up with it. And here, once again, Willie Weasel has it. Can't wait till you get to call a game with Bevinson Patches, Rick. I'm looking forward to that one.
Say his name again?
Bevinson Patches.
That's how you pronounce the first name? Bevinson?
Bevinson. Look at this. Out of bounds. Oceania ball. They can tie this game up. 6 minutes to go. Good one here in New York. Better than we expected, to be honest.
Yeah. And if you're just joining us, you're probably thinking, oh, look, Oceania's coming back to tie it up. No. Oceania's been leading this whole doggone time. Got those behind it just now finally took the lead.
Big Richard Hennessy gives it up. Charlie Crane, he's been the spark this second half. Nice dish and the dunk.
Pour me a glass, Mr. Hennessy. No ice. I like mine neat.
Head rocks the rim. High ball game. Zaire Matthews gets it down inside. He gives it up. Zaire picks up the screen. Shot clock winding down. A deep 3 again. And once again won't go. Rebounded. Willie Weasel.
So if I'm G5, G5 looks ooh, put a little mix on it.
Yeah, with a shot to go.
Yeah, I was just about to say G5 has been really struggling in that pick and roll up top game. I was surprised Oceania went away from it. It's been successful for them for the last 3 plays down. Good intercept on the alley-oop attempt.
A wild pass, too, by Mbaka, who had a much smaller defender on him. I'm surprised he didn't try to attack in that situation.
I go with the high screen and roll right now from Oceania. Right here, here we go. Boom. He didn't set a good pick though. So there we go. Boom. And there's a big I'm telling you what's been working. I'm telling you what's been working against G5 all night. That play.
The big Cuban has been working hard here the last few minutes.
I think Ballard feels like I feel. He wants it to stop now.
4:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout. Once again, Oceania in front. And as you said, Rick, they've actually been in front for the majority of this game. They've done a great job tonight making G5 slow things down a little bit. They played good defense. They're in front. Yep. Anybody's ball game with, how many possessions are left in this game. This is a nice night for Oceania. I know they're sick of coming close, getting the, Pyrrhic victory, but they've impressed me tonight, no matter what the final score ends up being.
Yeah, it's tough. Always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. So Oceania's trying to get them a win. They're playing really, really good basketball. And 4 minutes left is not a lot of time considering the pace of this game. I think that's only like 8 possessions. So theoretically speaking, the game is about to be decided in 8 possessions. I'm gonna count them as they trade baskets. Unless both teams rapidly start speeding up their pace. 8 possessions each team is probably going to be what we're looking at.
Not much to work with, and not much of a margin in this one, but 3-point advantage. Jackson Whitlock back out there along with Joe King Jr. in the game. Joe King, 6'3", 16-year-old.
Here we go.
Quiet crowd. Not what this crowd expected. This crowd came out just to have fun tonight, have a good time to watch their team win. Instead, this is going down to the left. Williams, inside jumper, will not go. Weasel again with a rebound.
Well, same offense, the high screening roll, make them change it. Hennessy comes set the pick.
Ends up in Webb's hands. Shot clock winding down. Webb's going to try a 3. We'll get it to go.
Why are you changing the offense up? That's one position both teams so far. But why are you changing the offense up? That's weird.
Oh, nice drive inside.
Oh, good drop and it's hot and one. Trick.
Rugen Williams, well, that was a nice play there. The little hesitation to draw the defender over, get the 3-point play. Lured Weasel into coming trying to stop an unstoppable shot.
And I blame the coach, Wheeler, for that because he should have went to the well again on the offensive end and run with the plays that's been working with the pick up top and then the dive by Hennessy. It's been working all game long, and I didn't see them even try to go to it. And now they're down by 1 with about 7 possessions left to try to make something happen.
Williams gives G5 a 1-point advantage. Oh, Webb gets it inside. That's where he likes to go to work, and look at that. Nice bucket there for the leading point man for Oceania. And the team captain, Cole Webb.
That's a really good shot. Really tough shot, by the way. Over a tall defender.
Turnaround, but it will not go for Majer.
Here we go.
Under 3 minutes now. Oh, nice move by Whitlock.
Oh, the scoop! That was like one of my shots. That was a nice shot.
Whitlock might have been going for the foul there, and he's doing a nice job of drawing fouls all night, but Whistle stayed in the pocket on that one. Majer going to work again. Trying to get inside, gets his shot up, but can't get it to go. Majer hit a couple threes to start this game, but fairly quiet. Webb down low again, but he gives it up. Ooh, Weasel had an open look at a 3. He can hit from out there. He's not hit this season.
Oh,
Oh,
good
nice
pass.
pitch. Oh, well,
Oh,
easy
yeah.
finish. Timeout again, Coach Velarde. Oceania again up by 3. Cole Webb, the captain, leading the way here late, along with the big man, Richard Hennessy.
This is a really good game. It's a dogfight. And if this is anything what we can expect from the next game, oh my goodness.
Well, that next game, Cascadia, Beyond the Arch, coming up after this one. But remember, got the post up first, and stick around for that, because we got the Maestro, regular post up feature, but special guest Yells tonight coming on, and I am told other surprise guests could be there possibly. Current, the current stars on names on everybody's lips. Tila Tequila could show up. William Hung. Who knows who might be there?
We know who's not going to be there. Robert Kelly won't be in attendance. He won't be showing up. He will not be available for coming.
Be phone in? I don't know. Those things
I
are
guess he
valuable.
could phone in, man.
Those up.
You know, I didn't think about that. So we could have Robert Kelly.
Who's your player of the game, Rick? We just saw the graphic flash up there. Different players
I'm
you
gonna go
pick.
with-
Who's your player?
You know what? I'm going to go unconventional. I'm going to go with Hennessy. I think he did a really good job today setting the tone as the big man. He set some good screens, some good picks, got his teammates open, and was able to cut to the basket and get himself some easy looks. I'm going to go Richard Hennessy. Play decent defense. I'm going to go Richard Hennessy tonight.
Can't disagree with it. Keep in mind this game isn't over, so you can pick either team, and I got to go with Mackenzie and Baco. I've been really impressed with how well he's played tonight.
You know Hennessy?
On the other hand, can I change my vote? Can I change my vote? Wow.
Come on.
See, can he finish on the offensive end? What a
Good
sequence!
move. Oh, he almost Gucci Wally, that boy.
Well, that's a fantastic 2 seconds or so there. Work from the big Cuban Richard Hennessy, 7 foot, 275 pounds. Has a reputation for being a little bit plodding and not having a high basketball IQ, but look at what he just did there on defense. Blocked that shot, snagged that rebound, takes it to the other end, makes a nice low post move inside to draw the foul, and he's shooting too.
So you say he has a little Kevin Cato in him.
I'm saying he's 16 years old, and he's just not the finished product yet. He's 26-year-old in size, but he's not 26-year-old in basketball skills.
You're right. You're right.
And in fact, I'm not sure, what level of basketball instruction he may have got in Havana before joining up with Oceania, but clearly a world of potential and hits both his free throws in a 5-point lead. We are on the verge of one of the biggest upsets so far in Simworld's season. I think this has to be it. I don't know if there's a bigger one out there. This would be the upset of the season if they can hang on here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Velarde doesn't have any hair to pull any hair out of his head. But if he did, I'm sure he's pulled them all out now.
Ew, but he gets it to go. Wheeler, Coach Wheeler
Yes,
of
sir.
Oceania wants a timeout now.
That's a huge step back and a tough jumper by Majil Williams. Now, if I'm Gotham 5 at this point, let's put up or shut up on the defensive end. You have to have this stop. You need this one stop to give yourself a chance to tie or to get down or make this a 1-point game. You cannot afford to give up any points to Oceania. You need 2 stops in a row. The first stop starts now after this timeout.
And I think in particular, Oceania has got a lot of good production out of Cole Webb and also surprisingly Charlie Crane cutting to the hoop. And I think you got to cut off those lanes, not let them beat you that way. I think I would give up a 3-point attempt. I'm not saying I don't want it contested, but I would give up a 3-point attempt more than I'd edge a little bit over and maybe give up a lane for somebody to attack, because I feel like Oceania has just been exploiting that all night.
And if I'm Oceania, I'm going with the high screen and roll again. I'm going here to see up top, set the good pick, and go ahead and roll to the basket and see if we can catch them snoozing like we have been and put them in a basket.
Well, a potential upset of the year candidate in SimWorld going down to the wire here.
So we had the game of the year last night. Now we have the potential upset of the year on tonight. Gotta love it. See the game, be the game, baby.
All right, Oceania set to inbound. Going to be Weasel. Tennessee out there with Crane and Webb.
Oh, it got the
Lights
patch up
back up.
that
Ooh.
famous LOD, the lights out defense.
Oh! Crane was trying to
steal.
feed Hennessy, but ripped away by Williams. Sheriff with the ball. He's going to take the shot that he can't get to go. Kenzie Mbako still on the bench right now. And this is going to be
Uchi
a
Wally Wally,
three-point.
Uchi Bang Bang.
Wow. What a turn there. Sequence of events. Majer short on the shot. Weasel runs up the other
Dunked
end.
on by a weasel.
And with a 5-point lead, Weasel looking to extend it to 6. And short on that, so a break there for G5, but with Mbako still
get
on
a
the bench
timeout?
and under a minute to go here.
Oh
a
my gosh.
turnover.
Look at my play
Oh.
again. Oh, then they gave it back. Oh, it's getting crazy out here.
Get that to go.
Play of the game. We locked it in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is up. It's over with E. Katie, Katie, come lock that door, please. Kate, hold on, E. Katie.
First of all, I can't believe that we're calling for Katie in this game. I thought it would have gone the other way if that happened. Secondly, I think we're definitely under the 9-point margin that I predicted. Comfortably under that. Wow. As Hennessy, who shoots free throws well for a big man, gets the first of 2 to go. There are still 42 seconds left.
It's over, E. It's over.
Well, you got Keon Anthony, you got Majer out there. That second free throw won't go. Majer has it.
Look how much time it's taking to get one shot off.
Too
It's
much
over.
time off the clock. He does
It's
shake his
over,
defender.
ladies and gentlemen. It's over.
Foul there.
When Katie locked the door, E, it's a master lock. You can't get that bad boy back open for the night. Thank you, Katie. It's locked, E. It's over.
Charlie Crane, you can make 1 of 2 here, will make it a 3-possession game, which will be a huge hurdle try to get over, even for G5, and that first one rattles through. And by the way, Charlie Crane, I considered him for my Player of the Game nomination. He had some really nice moments tonight. He was a valuable part of what is looking more and more like a stunning Oceania upset.
Yep. And shout out to the whole Oceania team who gritted it out and stuck it up stuck in for 4 quarters. Look at these turnovers by G5 in the last minute have been unacceptable. If I'm
Just
Coach Blood,
sloppy.
I'm making them run tomorrow to their heads pop.
And just going to run this clock out. 8-point
There it is.
victory for Oceania.
Wow.
A 3rd straight defeat for Gotham 5.
They
for
shocked the
Oceania.
world.
3rd win of the year. They're still just 3-8, but they feel a little bit different tonight. And there you see Cole Webb, and some of the rest of the Oceania players pointing to the crowd, the silenced crowd here in Manhattan, who cannot believe G5 has been beaten by 8. Stick around, folks. We got the post-up coming up next, and then Rick and I are going to be back after that one. We got to catch a plane, Cascadia, and Beyond the Arch is our second game tonight.
New Yorkers don't riot tonight.
and everybody's looking around in the courtroom. They're trying to figure out what's going on. This guy walks up to the judge and says, "I can prove I'm innocent right now, Your Honor." And she says, "What do you mean?" Because I lied to that officer. You know, what? You lied to the officer? So committing another felony is going to make the other felony make you innocent? Yeah. I gave him the wrong name. I gave him the wrong address. I gave him the wrong social security number. And she said, "So that's going to make you innocent?" My dude tapped his head twice like he's thinking and pointed at her and said, "Exactly." Oh, we're on. Hey, welcome to the post up. This is Maestro. And tonight's gonna be a super special night because we are going to be joined from afar by by a guy that I've been wanting to talk to on air for a long time. We got a call-in special guest tonight. Our main producer yells, "How are you feeling? Do you read us?"
Hey man, I'm good. I am good. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. So look, let's just hop into it. Let's hop into it. Stop the wave. What about that game tonight here? Oceania comes through for us here. Um, Listen, they won one, they lost one, now they just won one again. Kind of surprised everybody. Gotham 5 lost 3 in a row. Yells, what did you see in that game tonight? At what point did you realize this might not be what we thought it was going to be?
Well, look, I saw Oceania come out looking aggressive. I saw him come out looking confident. And that's all I can say from the outset that I saw from them, that I knew it may be a tough night. It may be a tough night for the home team. On the other side, Gotham came out. I think maybe Rick may have pointed out, we saw them playing a more methodical game. We saw them moving the ball around. They were more deliberate about who they were getting the ball to. It went inside out, and we saw McKenzie and Baco, the offense running through him. But I would say probably around late in the first quarter when I noticed that Oceania was still in the game and they were building confidence, and Gotham was still kind of messing around. Didn't see anybody just going to get their own shot like I used to. I said, hey man, Oceania might have a chance here.
You know, it's weird because you say that, because at one point I lost track of the score. I'm going to be honest with you. I was just kind of following the game, just kind of see what was going on, seeing the movement back and forth. I don't know why. The missed shots and the bad possessions, to be quite frank about it, really didn't bother me, right? So I kind of lost track of the score. But when I looked up at one point, going from the first quarter to the second quarter, the score was still in the low 20s. I'm thinking to myself, whatever's going to happen, this is not good for the G5. Because score that low, I apologize, not from the first quarter to second quarter, from the second quarter to halftime, score that low, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? There is too much left on the floor right now for this to be comfortable, no matter what happens in the second half. And it turns out that was indeed the case. Watching the game tonight, a lot of great points was made by a broadcast duo of Elava, the voice, and Blaze. Happy 420 day. And by the way, may the 4th be with you, because I'm wearing my Ahsoka Tano shirt. I know you guys can see it on TV. It's underneath my shirt, but it is what it is. And we're gonna talk about that later. But another great point that was brought up by the guys tonight. It was interesting. By the way, just for historical purposes, I was today years old when I learned that a drink being neat meant no ice. Because since I don't drink, I never have drank, I've never had alcohol. So that was a first, that when Blaze actually explained that a neat drink meant no ice, I was like, oh, cool. So I actually wrote that down in my calendar. What did I learn today? But it was something that Elava, the voice, said that really got my attention, talking about Hennessy. Said he shoots free throws well for a big man. And I got to be honest with you. Yells, that's a phrase that I kind of don't,
you're not a fan
coming up. Yeah, it's like, I've heard, everybody talks about Shaq, right? Everybody talks about a couple other guys, but I remember pretty much to make a squad, dude, if you couldn't shoot free throws, you probably weren't going to be there.
Right.
1, 2, you probably had the same kind of coach I had. If you didn't have a good free throw percentage, that determined if you were in the game in the last 2 minutes because you were going to get fouled. So
it don't make no sense.
that's
It's kind of like somebody saying, "Hey, man, he walks pretty good for a short guy." Like, what would
Exactly.
that mean?
Exactly.
We all
exactly.
walk, right?
Exactly. And oh, by the way, Eli was not wrong when he said that. I kind of started thinking, it's not just about Shaq. It's not just about these other guys that have come on since then that are your atypical big men that they all want to shoot threes, but they suck at the free throw line. They all want to shoot mid-range jumpers. Nobody wants to play with their back to the basket, but at the one part in the game when you're able to, without any pressure, hence the word free throw, be able to put the ball in the basket, you can't do it. And man, it was almost like he hit me with a cold bucket of water with ice in it when he said that. And that tells you about Hennessy's game, man. Once he starts developing, he has all the small things. He obviously understands space. He obviously understands leverage. I've never seen a guy move off a pick in such a short distance the way he does.
No, I
about
wanted to say something about that, Maestro. What it was, if he did it with intention and focus, it's like maybe Coach Wheeler's gotten to his ear, maybe Cole Webb or somebody's like, "Hey man, we're not gonna camp you back to the basket. You're going to come off that pick hard, knowing you're already rolling." He was before, who was it? Mugen Williams, Aaron Lovejoy. Before those guys could think about what he was doing, he was already at the rim. Like he
was already
rolled
there
so hard, like Clint Capella, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And most of us back in the day, I'm sure you did too. Our coach, like I remember learning how to do the pick and roll with the dance instructor, because it was about how do you move that first step to give you the leverage coming off that pick, right? So we literally had the neighborhood dance instructor walking us through how to move off of a pick, how to move into the pick and roll, making your steps count.
That's
because
nice.
Once you pick that leverage, you don't let it go. And that's exactly what he was doing tonight. And by the way, Yels, that was absolutely perfect what you said, with intention and aggression, with what I always love a big man to do, to follow it up immediately with violence. That is to the rim, to the rim. No, I'm not putting the ball down. I'm not going to do that fake bounce off the ground, Hakuna Matata crap. No, the ball's in my hands. I'm 7 foot tall. Now let me get taller and try to bring down the ceiling when I go. I love that. And Hennessy was getting it done tonight.
Yeah. So, but and before, I feel like you may be getting out of this segment into another thing I would say on the other side of the ball, Coach Bellardi, who gets, all the praise and well-deserved praise for being a great coach. I'm very confused by what we saw at the end of that game. Mackenzie Mbako, who was all of their offense for 3.5 quarters, wasn't on the floor for the last half of the fourth quarter. And it showed on the offensive end when Gotham came down. It could not get buckets. There was a lot of dribbling around. We saw a lot of people looking for their own shot. There wasn't ball movement. There was no real bailout. We saw Majere hit a big time bucket, but after that, we saw some pounding of the hardwood, man, without the ball movement. So I don't know if something went on the sideline. I don't want to speculate, but just saying, one of your top two guys wasn't on the court at that time, and Keon Anthony, who was getting abused in the pick and roll. If he was the recipient, Cole Webb working him out, or once they put him in the pick and roll, number one, the bigs couldn't stay with Richard Hennessy, but Cole Webb was not tangling up on that, and he wasn't giving anybody a bump on that pick and roll either. So I don't know. It's a little
absolutely. And it's funny because I definitely want to come back to that at some point later on this season, because I want to start talking about pace. That's something that I'm noticing that I don't see a lot of teams adjusting to, and I don't know if it's about coaching or just about the energy in the game. But what does pace mean in basketball? And speaking of pace, is something that was said tonight as we move on to our next topic here. Just double OT last night? I mean, that's all it was? Yeah, whatever. Boy, SimWorld Hoops brings the games for you every night. And again, I believe it was the Blazer who said tonight was probably the biggest upset in SimWorld Hoops season so far. And last night was probably the best game in SimWorld Hoops season so far. And you know what? Yes, I'm going to tell you something. It feels like we say that every week. What does that tell you about the parity of this league?
There's a lot of it, man. You know, one thing I think we don't talk about a lot here, and you know, maybe I'm biased here with some World Hoops. I think the parity comes from the fact that this is not just a national prep level league. This is international, man. You're seeing guys from all over the globe. When do you get this experience? These kids may be tired on these flights sometimes, but they're getting their pro level experience right now. And you're seeing what the world has to offer, different styles of basketball. They're matching up. Maybe they say, hey, I want to take this into the next game. Maybe this guy from New York is matched up against a Cole Webb out from Australia. He saw a few things he wants to put in his bag for the next game. It's a lot of talent here, man. I think the country, I think the world, the basketball world at large is getting a bigger taste of some of these guys instead of, you know, who the ESPNs and just a few select media outlets want to talk about. You're getting to see a lot of younger guys. Basketball is getting proper exposure now in World Hoops, man.
You know what, Yells, I'll tell you something, man. And okay, I got to do a full disclosure, right? So, for all of our audience here who checking us out, we really appreciate you. Thank you for checking out all of our podcasts, Blazing Takes. With my man, Mr. 420 Day, the Marsh Pod, and Around the Table, the number one podcast in the entire Milky Way. Around the Table with Eli.
What about the Andromeda? What about the Andromeda Galaxy?
Well, you know what?
It's May the 4th. Is there some Star Wars galaxy?
Thank you. Exactly right. Because there's this other podcast in Andromeda that talks about, splicing the DNA genome. And for some reason, people like that over there. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not even sure if it's legal.
How do you know?
Yeah, well, I read it on YouTube. So,
okay. You are a well-traveled man, Maestro. I thought this was just another place you've been.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. So, with all that's going on, and oh, by the way, so again, back to full disclosure here. I'm just going to say it. Yale's brought me to Sim World Hoops. Yale brought me into this universe and has given me great guidance and sort of educating the old head, so to speak, and what's going on. And it's funny because I tell you something. I say this all the time, Yales. Being here, seeing looking at what's going on. I know I only got about 3 minutes left to go here. Before our next upcoming game here with Beyond the Arc in Cascadia. Seeing what's going on here, being able to see it on a global scale like this, looking at these players develop, looking at the teams that were getting no love according to the analytics before, that are putting out a season, and so what? They're around 500. Don't care. Right. Looking at the development, looking at what's going on. You're absolutely right. It is absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna sneak it back into I remember trying out for a team in Turkey. Yes, I tried out for a team in Turkey. Wow. Yeah, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. And it's a whole nother story to talk about. But the funny is, years later, I'm at a wedding reception. This guy says, "Oh, dude, you play ball?" I'm going yeah, I play ball in college. No. I was at a tryout in Turkey, and you were there, and I realized, oh, you were the other black guy. So, cats were playing ball, man, and now seeing it where. Remember a comment that Barkley said years ago. The best golfer was black, Tiger Woods. The best football player was white, Tom Brady. And the best basketball player was Chinese and Yao Ming. So there you go. That's how you get it. And we're definitely going to catch up with more games coming up here soon. So in celebration of this day, in the last few minutes, in the last couple of minutes we got left here, may the 4th be with you. So, Yales, I'm going to put you on the spot. What is your favorite sci-fi movie or sci-fi character, and why is it Ahsoka Tano? No, I'm just joking. Who is your favorite character? When talk about the Star Wars universe, who's your favorite character? What's your favorite movie?
In Star Wars?
Yeah, baby.
I can't. So look, this is where everybody stops dealing with me. I haven't watched Star Wars. I've tried. I've fallen asleep, and I haven't. So I'm not even gonna go down that road for y'all beat me up. I know how it goes. It's Star Wars fans.
I got you back. Look,
Star Wars fans go harder than Cowboys fans. Star Wars fans are like if you were to take let's see, Cowboys fans, wrap them up with Lakers fans, and then just put them in a giant packaged box with Beyonce fans. So I get it. I'm gonna get attacked. So I'm not gonna say it. But here's. And these questions are always off the cuff, guys. Nobody knows what's coming. So sci-fi for me, because It's real easy. I did my best to try and think of something, but it's Thanos. And I don't know if we call
Oh,
the Avengers
there you go. There you go. No,
sci-fi,
that
but
works.
considering
It's
you know,
sci-fi fantasy. No, it's
space-based.
sci-fi fantasy. That works.
Thanos
That's
is the
great.
greatest character ever to me, and
A great call.
I still have a problem with him being considered a villain because he was trying to do the greater good, even if it was at the expense. I feel like, generally speaking, in these heroes, they will sacrifice to all of humanity for that one love or for a couple of people, and I just don't think that's right. Thanos is my
Absolutely.
guy, and most importantly, have we ever had a movie where the so-called villain, quote unquote, got the job done? Oh, I loved watching the kids' faces in the movie theater when the movie went off and it was over. It was the greatest. Oh, I loved it. Oh,
You know,
Thanos.
it's really awesome. And oh, by the way, yes, I'm gonna bring you a little inside basketball because I actually read like a lot of those versions of the a lot of those series of the Marvel comics. What people don't realize is Thanos had two older brothers who were over the top Bond evil villains, right? So Thanos was technically the younger brother who sought to find balance. So your read on his character is absolutely perfect. He kills his second older brother because his brother was just basically wanting too much balance in the universe. And then the older brother is the one who gets involved with the Eternals. And then his younger brother, who we find out later, some kind of weird universal way, is his child with Hela, Thor's sister. But Thanos is that character that man, that's a great pull by you, brother. That's a great pull by you. I'm tipping my hat. If I had a hat on, I'd be tipping it. There you go. Well done. So, you know, I tell you, I go old school. My favorite Star Wars character, because I didn't see Star Wars until right before the Phantom Menace came out, so I didn't even see Star Wars until the 90s. I missed all that growing up and stuff like that. My favorite character happens to be Princess Leia. Just because,
You freak.
Just because,
You
just
freak.
because hey, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. You know, Obi-Wan, yeah, baby, no, forget Obi, I got you. And Obi-Wan Kenobi too, just because he is the heart of what the Jedi culture is supposed to be. And I'm not going to take you down a rabbit hole with that one. But Obi-Wan Kenobi and Princess Leia are my two favorite. And my favorite movie still happens to be, I'm just going to say it, still happens to be the episode 3, the very first one, when we sort of get introduced to that world. Having to know, and again, another inside story before we hand it off here, for people who don't know, before the first Star Wars came out in 1977, there was a fear that there'll be not enough people that want to go see this movie. So what happened was they leaked the story out and allowed people to do their own private little comic books. That's where all these other side characters are coming from now. That's why there's so many books written about Star Wars, so many side comic books written about Star Wars, so many other books about Darth Vader and what he did in that 10-period time period, because people wrote their own canons. And then eventually what happened was Lucas went back and he started collecting them and started bringing in those writers, and that's the stuff that we're getting now in all these live action series with Disney Plus. So he actually kept in touch, and the ones who are more popular, especially with the birth of the internet that happened in the mid 90s, was for them to follow these stories that took a life of their own. And oh, by the way, the first Star Wars video games were actually canonic books written by fans from the late 70s, early 80s. The first Star Wars PS video games were actually taken from those particular stories. So there you go. That's some nerd for you. So let's talk about this next game before we hand it off here to our guys.
We gotta hurry too. They're running. Before you get off that subject, sound like somebody has rolled some royalties in. I mean, a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. 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 So you had one or two deals, and I forgot, and I don't want to speak out of turn. One was he actually bought you outright, with the caveat of after a certain amount you'd get something else, or he gave you, I think it was like 1/16 of a point or something like that. By the way, 1/16 of a point, when you start talking about multiple $1 million, that's still enough to get a Taco Bell, baby. But I'm just gonna let you know right there. So here we go. Who you got coming up? We got look, we got a 3 versus 5 game coming up. Beyond the Arc, Cascadia, who you got, why you like them, and why do you think Cascadia is going to win? No, I'm sorry. Who
Yeah,
you got
right
going
there you
on?
go. Hey, that's pretty funny. We ain't got much time. I'm not gonna burn it. I got Cascadia because Beyond the Arc just doesn't get Tyson Simpson the ball. If he got more than 10 touches a game, I'm taking Beyond the Arc, but it ain't happening. Cascadia all the way.
There you go. Same here, Cascadia. Again, like mine, same. Yeah, it's a pleasure being with you tonight.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for checking us out. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you want to know about. Let us know what you just want to know about, to hear about, to know about. We're going to reach out for us. We're going to hand it back over here to our guys, Eli with the boys, and Mr. 420 himself, the Blazer. And I'm just going to tell you one real thing. If you've never had your dress ripped off while you were taking the SATs, you will not understand.
Hey, welcome back. Hope you watched that first game, the most shocking upset of the SimWorld season so far. Oceania over Gotham 5. Here at the Make-A-Swish Foundation in St. Louis, Beyond the Arch. 5 and 8 are hosting Cascadia 5 and 7. Two teams below 500, which still have aspirations of making a splash in the race for one this year. We're about to get things underway. Once again, you have Elava and Rick Blaze on the microphone. And we've started the home team with the ball.
And this is my most exciting below 500 teams all season for me. Because they're one of those, both are the same, they're one and the same with the fact that when they're playing their best basketball, they can play with anybody. And when they're playing their worst basketball, they can lose to anybody. So this is either going to be a really good game or a blowout.
Montel Cage, nice dish inside, and that turns into a dunk. That is Big Arthur Lattimore, the leading scorer, leading rebounder on this Cascadia team, the 6'9", 16-year-old from Cypress, Texas. What happened in Texas 16, 17 years ago, Rick?
They be stroking, E. That's what they be doing.
They are now. Well, Dino Ahern gets in on the action, ties things up. Ahern's a SimWorld veteran. We saw him last year, as is Montel Cage. And, oh, there is a long-distance shot up and good. Big man Eric Banks, 6'7". That's his 7th made three-pointer of the year. He only averages 2.8 per contest, Banks, but already over that with that first shot.
And for Beyond Arc, it's going to be important to establish a second score. Bowie is the second leading point getter at just over 8 points a game. But they're going to need more than that from him tonight, from somebody tonight outside of Tyson Simpson.
Yeah, I was like, we know what it's all about with Beyond the Arch, except for the fact that they've been criticized for not getting him the ball enough, not running things through him enough. Tyson Simpson, the 7-footer, but right now it is Arthur Lattimore.
King Arthur, crown him.
Just 16 years old, Lattimore, the 14th ranked player in SimWorld.
And it looks like, I don't know, it looks like Arthur, before the switch happened, Arthur was holding Tyson on it, so that's just something to watch for the rest of the game to see how that plays out.
Ahern's shot won't go, and Cage able to pull the rebound off. Cascadia started this game strong, and Cage takes it right to the rack and lays it in. 9-2 lead.
Like I said at the beginning, it's either going to be a really close game or a blowout. It's looking like the latter.
These road teams tonight, Rick, these road teams came to play. Oh, there's Tyson Simpson getting the ball where he wants it and lays it in.
He's such a problem underneath. And you can tell how big of a guy Tyson Simpson is because King Arthur is sitting next to him, and King Arthur looks small compared to Tyson Simpson.
7 foot, 240 pounds is what he's listed at. Oh, but once again, Lattimore gets around Simpson. He's just a little bit too quick for him, I think, underneath there.
Yeah, planters all in his face.
Nice interior dish, a nice flip up and in. Evan Fields out of Tokyo, Japan, averaging just under 7 points a game since he's joined Beyond the Arch.
Both teams are getting it done under the basket right now, so I'd love to see it.
Lattimore has it again with Simpson trying to defend him outside. Lattimore gets inside, drives, but has it swatted.
Boy, I try to tell somebody what was going down. Tell me.
Tyson Simpson got over and handled that one. Well, Lattimore has been a handful, but Tyson Simpson got a little payback there on that possession.
That was two hands right there.
Big three from Cage won't go. Simpson!
Stop!
3-point game. Nice dish there from Blazing Game. Finds Simpson for the oop dunk. And once again, Cage drives inside. This time he can't get it, but he does get his own. Oh no, doesn't have the rebound. Up the other way, St. Louis.
It's a good transitional three. Yeah, that was a good shot, although he didn't make it.
Cascadia wants to slow things down here. Right now, Montel Cage is feeling it.
Yeah, the pace is pretty rapid. That actually is the advantage to Cascadia normally. But so far, Beyond the Arch kind of hanging in there. The big fella can run a little bit. Oh, got him.
Evan Fields got a good look, but couldn't get the shot to go. Big Dan Levin, 6'9", out of Israel, pulls down the rebound. Cage once again. Let's see if he still feeling like attacking, but gives it up on this possession. Shot clock winding down. Jason Tata spins. He's going to take a jumper here. Can't quite get it to go.
Look at the big fella go.
Dribbling.
Look at the big fella go. Dish it out, big fella. That's a bad pass.
Teammate underneath. Just
you understand.
Might have been better taking it himself with the position he got there. Show off the dribbling skills on that possession. And oh, Lattimore for three.
That was a terrible shot. But
That
it
is
went
Arthur
in.
Lattimore's second made three of the season, but when it goes through the hoop like that, it looks nice. It's a highlight. Cascadia double up, 16-8 early going here. And the Arch wants to talk it over. We're going to take a quick break too. Come right back. First quarter action. We return.
Smoke was alright, man, her ass was alright. Don't ask me if I'm alright. Pray this shit gon' go right. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright.
Fast breaks.
Some adjustments there. Coach Tumas Kusa during that timeout, and it is beyond the Arch ball. We've got a deficit, but it's still way early here. Oh, and a quick three up from Daniel Horry, and he nails it. Horry just in the game.
Is it Ori or Hori? Do you say the H or do you not say the H?
I think you say the H a little bit. Maybe we can.
Oh, it's a little bit H. It's a lowercase H.
Maybe it's lowercase h. And a steal by Arian DeLeo. Hands here. Down the Arch. 12 more into this deficit, but that's a nice
He knew
swat
better.
there.
He knew better than that. He knew better.
Holt hammering. On this end, tries to get the bucket, won't quite go, but Christian Kelly picks up the foul. And that is
And I've been
going
told
to
he's not related to Robert.
Eric Banks.
I've checked.
Shooting two.
send. Big shot, Rob. No family
No,
relation.
Robert Kelly.
Well, it's probably best not to have that association. That's okay.
Even if he was related, you wouldn't claim it right now. Yep.
Eric Banks at the line. That's his first free throw to go. 4 points so far in the game for Banks. 6'7", 16-year-old from Napa, California, in the northern part of the state. And he gets his second to go as well. Nice early start here for Eric Banks.
Speaking of Napa, I'm sure you've been to Napa Valley.
I have. Wine country.
Your experience was?
Oh, fantastic. Oh, and Tyson
Good double.
Simpson. Oh, boy. Well, yeah, nice double to come over there and kind of distract him a little bit. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Napa Valley wine country is fantastic. It's, it's super peaceful up there. Small little towns, wineries where you go, and it's, a guy who actually plants and tends and grows and smashes and vats the grapes is there. And, takes pride in what he does. It's just, good place. You can take a train, so of course you don't have to drive. You can get on the wine train, and the train takes you around from place to place. Or you can rent a limo if you want to do it classy. Get some friends together, take a limo from spot to spot.
That wasn't a foul, by the way. I don't know where the ref got that call. That was a terrible call. It was not a foul.
Well,
Just thought I'd put it out there.
Sending Jason Tada, speaking of California, from Bakersfield, more the southern part of the state, but the 6'7", 17-year-old former LA star would have been on Showtime this year, but got a parting of ways, and Isaiah Pope welcomed him up here in Cascadia, and he has really been playing well. 15 points a game, shooting 46% of the field, and has made a team-high 19 threes.
And if you're Jason Tada, this season has kind of gone the way you wanted it to go as far as individually playing. That's what he left Showtime for, because he wanted a chance to get more time to show his skill set, and he's doing that at Cascadia.
Getting looks from UCLA, California, and now that he's up here in the Pacific Northwest, Gonzaga said to be involved in Tada's recruitment is once again Daniel Horry. He's starting to look like Big Shot Rob out there. Are you sure there's no relation?
Lowercase H,
Wikipedia, because Wikipedia lies, man. Can't trust that thing.
This lowercase H.
Well, he's doing it uppercase from outside.
Oh my God!
Goaltending to call on Simpson. Count the bucket.
You would think BTA is not at home right now. That's a terrible call.
Wow.
I don't think the PA announcer agreed with them either.
I don't think so either, nor does this standing room only crowd. A little bit intimidating. Everybody up on the court, but it certainly hasn't bothered Cascadia tonight. And force up another bad shot, rebounded away, and here they come again. Tada has it. Tries to back it out. Jetson Holiday, he of the bright pink hair, number 44 out there in the game. Shot clock winding down. Tough jumper won't go, and Simpson able to rebound. Final seconds. Oh, nice dish from Tyson. Oh, but great defense.
Don't get that. Oh!
Is that gonna count?
In the quarter. Bang, bang, Seagull game.
Wow. Well, that's just Eddie
Is that good?
hit the bucket and to get a little
There
bit
you go.
of
That's good, E.
momentum.
What a sequence of events.
Second half just about to start in St. Louis. Well, the big boys, Arthur Lattimore and Tyson Simpson, as good as advertised, leading the way for their respective teams in that opening quarter. But it's Cascadia shooting 62% from the field. 6-point advantage as we get things underway. They have the ball.
Yeah, and beyond the arch, down 6, they're going to, again, like I said before the game started, they need to find that second scorer. Ori with the lowercase h has made a few threes. So we're going to see maybe he can be the second scorer tonight, or maybe Sam Bowie might have a Sam Bowie sighting. He might step up to help Tyson Simpson. He's going to need the help.
Ori had 6 points in just 3 minutes of first quarter action. Simpson's still out there. He hasn't got arrested.
Good
He finds
pass.
Ori, and he finds the bucket again.
Lowercase h.
That's the
Great
lead
pass.
down to 4. Chris Owens out there now for Cascadia. Owens was a starter for most of the season, but now coming off the bench.
Don't shoot it, Chris. I'm trying to save a life. I'm trying to save a life out of it. Because we know when Tyson Simpson blocks a shot, it's emphatic. It's a lot of pain, a lot of anger behind those blocks. Someone's going to get hurt out there.
Simpson's still out there waiting for his first breather. He's still playing well. And
They don't need one, E. We got time for breathing. We're trying to win. You want to breathe or do you want to win? You can't breathe and win. You can't do both.
BTA won their last game, looking for a 2-game win streak as they try to go back to 500. There, Chris Owens' first shot won't go.
Tyson getting the rebounds. He bring the ball up court. He's doing, let me see. This is who they need to see. They need Sam Bowie to make a bucket. And he's been struggling. His percentage has been dipping like a pogo, like a limbo stick. So we need him to wake up sooner than later if this team wants to win.
Just shooting 36% on the season, Nick Bowie, 6'7", 16-year-old out of Lexington, Kentucky, as Tada takes another jumper, and this one he buries. Lead back up to 6, and beyond the arch, Coach Tumaskusa, Finland native, wants to talk it over with his side. We're going to stay with it here. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, too much sauce right now from Jason Tada in this game. So again, Cascadia has the type of team with the type of makeup that they can be very, very good on any given night. So does BTA. So far, Cascadia is kind of bringing it. I like their strategy. It's been changed a little bit. It's kind of messed with BTA the way their players are playing. So we're going to see whose strategy wins out. But I look forward to a very competitive second half as we have 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Coach Isaiah Pope in charge of Cascadia. Slightly disappointing season overall, considering there are 3 top 25 rated players on this team in Montel Cage, Arthur Lattimore, and Jason Tada. I don't think that Coach Pope or a lot of people around SimWorld thought they'd be below 500 at this point, but after losing their last 2, that's exactly where they find themselves. And much like Oceania, could use a big road win here in the Midwest tonight.
Yeah, I think Coach Pope figured out how difficult it is to win weekly here in SimWorld. You know, like you have to be prepared. The competition is really fierce, and it's just a tough game to win week in, week out, and be successful.
And Coach Pope, known as a excellent recruiter, and he did that this year.
Oh, that's barbecue chicken. That's barbecue chicken. Those legs and thighs, those quarters, whatever your favorite piece is, that's what that is on that plate.
Well, I was going to say that Coach Pope had brought in 2 talented transfers in effect, Jason Tada and Montel Cage, 2 SimWorld vets, and Lattimore back in the game doing his thing. But Tyson Simpson, probably the biggest transfer this season, and ended up in St. Louis. Coach Kusa able to bring him in and definitely gotten big results out of him. There's a wide open 3 and definitely needed to hit that.
Big 3.
David Duffy, been the starting point guard for this team. Oh boy. Jason Tada has the answer at the other end. 5-point margin now for Cascadia. And Tyson Simpson gets it inside, gets his own rebound. 3 on the way.
Oh.
That is Devin Fields.
Okay, BCA got the 3-point dropping right now. They gotta get some deep. They're getting broken down off the dribble though.
Well, Tada couldn't finish that one. If he able to hold him off there. Fields going to work once again. Has Cage on him. Goes around the screen. Switched off onto Holiday, and he gets the little lay-in to go.
That's our ball game, folks.
Jets and Holiday, 6'5", known as a defender, but he just couldn't stop Fields on that drive. Here's Holiday on the offensive end, and his jumper goes.
Speaking of Napa wine country, E, it looks like his head was dipped in those grapes.
Merlot.
Yeah, he has a Merlot head right now.
Uh-oh. Horry could not be stopped from outside.
Lowercase h, killing them again. Killing them softly like the letter H in his name.
The home team has taken the lead here at the 3.5-minute mark. Second quarter. And Daniel Horry has been a huge reason why. Nice defense there. Simpson rips the rebound. See if they can get it back in the hands of Horry on this possession. Worked off a screen there. He's
man.
And that was Nick Bowie.
Yeah, he's been struggling.
Yeah. Oh, Dan Levin got nice position inside and turns and scores. Levin out of Kiryat Ada in Israel, averaging a little bit more than 5.5 rebounds on the year, about 4.5 points. And, they're going out of bounds, but it's going to stay with BTA. Does allow some subs to come into the game. Horry going to step away. Christian Kelly coming in for him, and Kashawn Blazengame also re-entering.
Oh, put him in the mix. He put him in the mix. We'll take it as a pass. That's a good pass. Great pass.
He might have got a fingertip to that, but he tipped it right to Simpson. He made sure it was going to be a BTA bucket.
We should somewhere knows we're putting that down as an assist.
We got the big three out there for Cascadia. Tada, Lattimore, Cage. This is Tada this time, and he gets another bucket to go.
He is so solid off the dribble. His jump shot is actually better off the dribble than it is as a standing still jumper. So when you get him to move off the dribble and make his jumper, he's actually more dangerous. You actually don't want to chase him. You want him to shoot a straight up jumper because the chance of him missing it is actually greater than if he has to put the ball on the court. That's just his game. Jamal Crawford like in that essence.
And he does pick up the foul there, Tada, and it sends Blazengame to the line. 6'4", 16-year-old out of Junction City, Kansas. Excuse me. I don't know what that was. A little verbal tick. The first S in Kansas is silent. I was taught that as a child. It was hard to understand.
Agreed. Agreed.
Dino Ahern re-entering the game. In Kansas City, Missouri. Said properly. Oh, nice pass from Levin, and he finds Lattimore. Nice work by Lattimore. Lattimore is having a great game here.
He's a super solid player. He has a little bit of everything to his game. I really like Lattimore's game a lot.
Simpson drives inside, gets a little floater to go. That's something you don't expect to see from a 240-pounder down there.
Yeah, I like his game a lot too. Here we go, Lattimore versus Simpson. Give it to Lattimore. Let me see who's gonna cook. Let me see him eat.
Gets the screen instead. Tada switched on to Simpson now.
Advantage Lattimore if he wants it.
Got it
now. Give it to him. Advantage Lattimore.
Bucket to go, but look at that rebound inside. 11 comes up with it. Oh, and just pulls his way to the bucket.
Oh, man, that's two players. I got a 2-piece, fries, and a biscuit.
Ooh, second block of the game, Tyson Simpson. Don't really forget them too easily either. Colt Amron Re-entering the game for Cascadia, he's a 6'6", 16-year-old from Los Angeles.
Oh,
That's just a veteran play by Montel Cage. Shot clock running down, and he goes to the bucket, gets a good shot, averaging 13.8 on the Simpson, Montel Cage. But
barbecue chicken. Oh, he passed it. I don't know why he passed his din up.
oh, nice.
Bowie.
Wow, maybe that'll get Nick Bowie going. The 68th ranked player in the SimWorld game, averaging 8.6 points per game.
Yeah, he needed that bucket in a major way.
Nice turn.
Wow.
Easy dunk. Wow.
That's too light.
You can't really ask 5'10" Dino Ahern to do a whole lot against Arthur Lattimore. You might as well ask me to defend him.
Correct.
You haven't even seen me play, Rick. For all you know.
No, I'm talking.
I would lock
but
him
hey, you're not at 5'10", 180 pounds, you're not.
up. That's right. Final seconds here, the first half, and we've got another close game on our hands. The road team with a narrow lead. It's deja vu. Let's see what Duke is here. Running out of time. Three-quarter
Got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
will not go. Cascadia, the road team, on top by 2. This as we head to the half. Daniel Worry, I thought he was the spark that made the difference for Beyond the Arch and made this a close game, Rick.
Yeah, he may be a lowercase h, but he's a big-time 3, baby. He's been making them when it count the most. He's been a difference, an X factor for BTA, and that's what I knew they needed, a secondary scoring option. And Roberto, I'm sorry, you hear me? Daniel Worry, lowercase h, has been that guy for them tonight.
Well, getting to some highlights here, and yeah, he really fed a run that brought Beyond the Arch back into this thing. Had the lead for a little while. Cascadia got off to a 16-8 run to start this game, largely fueled by Arthur Lattimore hitting threes, at least one like you saw there, but also doing it on the inside. 2-point advantage for Cascadia as we head to the half here. Don't go anywhere. We got the second half coming up here at Make a Swish Foundation when we come back. Cascadia, 2-point advantage through the first half of play, but most impressive scoreline, Tyson Simpson, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks through one half of a 32-minute game. 15 points from Arthur Lattimore, but
I think it's 12 points for Tyson. I could be wrong, though. That's a good and one.
Shooting foul.
Or 12, excuse me if I misspoke there, but
Personal foul. First team foul.
Lattimore, Simpson going head-to-head to start this thing off, second half, and
At the line shooting.
Lattimore won that battle. Picks up the foul on Simpson and gets a chance to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, the 16 for Tyson was how many minutes he played, which was the whole doggone
excuse
first
me.
half.
Well, yes, 16 minutes was just something, too. That is correct. And that does catch your eye.
Yep.
But
Like
still,
I said earlier, you can't breathe and win. You have to make a choice.
Well, let's see if Simpson tires any. Lattimore did get some bench time in that first half. Drive. Nice defense. However, Simpson picks up the rebound. Second chance opportunity turns into three. Sean Blazing
Two
game.
pointers are keeping BTA in the game for sure.
Blazing game gets the three. He doesn't hit that many. That's only his fifth made from deep this year, but needed that one.
Wow. Just don't do
First
it.
disrupted the
Just don't
pass,
do
then
it,
with the
ladies and gentlemen.
squat.
Just, it's like drugs. You gotta just say no.
Well, it is going to stay down here with Cascadia. Dan Levin gets set to inbound. Does get it in. Oh, there's a three on the way from Tada. Can't get that to go. It's been a real even game so far, Rick.
Yeah.
You have a favorite, or for any, I mean, it's hard to separate these teams. You didn't make picks at the start of the game. You got one now?
No, I didn't make a pick. I told Maestro I stopped making picks because it became too easy. I was picking them all, and it like I was setting the game up. So I stopped just making my predictions because I wasn't missing. But if these kids, so BT, if they want to win, first of all, they've been doing really good with the three-pointer. That's a good move, by the way. They're going to have to continue to hit the three-pointer, and I think they want to slow the game down a little bit more to their advantage. For Cascadia, keep the up-tempo going, and then get Arthur Lattimore involved as much as possible. Also, Jason Tejada. I think those need to be the two main focal points for Cascadia for them to try to get this victory out.
Oh
my God.
There, nice little connection. Ends up in Christian Kelly's hands. 6'6" leaper. The pace has been fairly up-tempo from both teams as Lattimore tries into three, can't get that one to go, and it turns into another rebound for he's already got another double-double recorded, Rick. Tyson Simpson.
Of course. Well, he gets double-doubles in his sleep. Solid play.
Drive by Kelly. Christian Kelly coming alive here in the second half, and a timeout called by Coach Isaiah Pope at Cascadia. Beyond the arch, retaking the lead. Home team, beyond the arch, just 5-8, but they did win their last game. A little bit of momentum, and love to pick up a quality win over a good Cascadia team here tonight. Interesting to note, Rick, both of these teams, and you talk about the fact that gameplay has been pretty up-tempo, pretty fast-paced. Players out there like Tyson Simpson, most notably, not getting either a lot or any rest. And both these teams also only 9 on the roster right now. Roster spot open for both, so we will see maybe if kids start to get tired, particularly into the fourth quarter, if that has any impact on this game.
Yeah. I think both teams are probably looking for the right fit as opposed to any fit, right? And so, of course, they could have been added someone if they wanted to, but I think they're both looking for good pass. No, it doesn't matter. He's the pass sender backer. Look at, give me that mess. I want all of it.
2 swats from Simpson. Oh,
he is a dog and he is eating many, many times. Give me your food.
we're going to take a quick break, come back, Tada to the line when we return. 5 swats in this game so far from Tyson Simpson. Third-ranked player overall in the SimWorld game. Do-it-all center being recruited by North Carolina, Duke, Virginia. Pretty much every powerhouse in the college game. In spite of those 2 blocks, give Cascadia some credit. They came up with the ball both times, and Tada to the line has a chance to tie it up.
Yeah, man, I gotta give Cascadia a lot of credit. You gotta be kind of outside of your mind. He's trying to challenge Tyson Simpson like that too. So it's halfway credit, halfway crazy.
A certain kind of fearlessness to
or craziness. You have you on the couch.
Both free throws for Tada are good, and we are once again all locked up, 45 apiece. Oh, Simpson wide open underneath and too easy. Gage brings it back up.
Good shot.
Got that trio again from Cascadia out there, and Cage is going to try a 3. Can't get it to go, and another big rebound for Tyson Simpson, but he loses it. Scrapping over it. Oh, it ended up in Simpson's hands.
What I love about Tyson Simpson's game as well is he doesn't take any shots that it's not his game. Like, he never plays outside of himself. You're not going to see him trying to do a 3, no fadeaway. He plays his game, and that's all he needs to play. He got behind on this one, though.
Yeah, he did. Got a little lost on that one. Well, we're set up by not a great shot. Horry, his first missed 3 of this game, and wasn't really set out there. Kind of a heat check. Ooh. Second foul called on Tada. Subs coming into the game. Levin going to the bench for Cascadia, and Colt Amron coming back out there.
E, let me ask you, Colt Amron, which one of the A's are solid?
Neither, actually, in that case.
Oh, no, pick that man up. We got to clean up on all 2. E, somebody fail and hurt themselves.
David Duffy driving, getting it done. No more as a quarterback out there on the court, setting the offense up and getting assists, but nice drive there. And Montel Cage, also normally known as a passer, not for his scoring prowess, but he's been gunning it tonight. Couldn't get that shot to go, and a block on this end gives it back to Cascadia. Up and down the court we go. Cameron has it.
His tempo favors Cascadia for sure, but BTA is doing pretty well with it right now, I must say.
I'm impressed with Simpson's ability to run up and down this court, particularly in the effort he's put out tonight. Ooh, Duffy! Oh, he knew it.
Big shot.
Wow.
Oh, Duffy the Vampire Slayer. That is a big shot.
That is only his 8th made 3 of the year, Duffy, and he's only shooting 36% overall, but boy, he knew he had that one all the way from the moment he left his hand.
He doesn't shoot him often, but when he does, he make him count.
Montel Cage struggling a little bit with his shot now, and it's a 5-point BTA lead. Christian Kelly, good position inside, can't get the jumper to go.
There go Merlot head.
That's Jetson Holiday the third. Anybody who's a third should drink wine, I think. That just sounds appropriate if you're a third. You should be a wine drinker when you grow up, at least anyway, kid. All right, he does get the rebound there.
And your first name should be Winston.
Well, Amron has it here. Shot clock going low. Is it to Montel Cage? He has been gunning tonight. He's going to take it up here. And this is again, though. Cascadia has been dry here for some time. Oh, nice strip, or nice interception, I mean to say, by Holiday.
So now I know, it's not that these guards for BTA makes great passes. It's that Tyson Simpson just catches everything in the air. He engulfs it. He makes every pass look well. So when they had to throw the alleys to Tyson, they never complete them.
he was an NFL tight end. You'd say Tyson has a big catch radius. Yes, he does.
He'll be Antonio Gates right now.
He can high point the ball. That's right. Bowie back in the game. Beyond the arch has this lead. They're looking to extend it. Horry has done his damage from outside. Gives it up. That's going to be a charge, and that's going to go against Blazing Game.
Wasted wine on the floor.
Really like
Clean up crew. Clean up crew. Got wasted wine on the floor. Pick it up.
Holiday to the bench.
We went straight to the bench, too. That must have been a big charge.
Arian DeLeo back out there for Beyond the Arch. And Cascadia quickly going to take a timeout. They trail by 5 with 1:43 to go in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break as well. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in 30 seconds.
Put on the beat.
And the Arch have the lead, led by their big man in the middle, 14 points and 13 rebounds. And still hasn't had a rest yet in this game, Tyson Simpson.
Foul block. Don't forget to eat foul blocks and 4 assists as well.
Yep. Working on a quadruple double tonight, if you can catch some breaks. Long
But
shot.
I'm glad to see BTA give him the ball. I think early in the season, that's when we was crying over it as far as the media, because Tyson Simpson wasn't seeing the ball enough. So now we're seeing that it's getting fed to him with regularity, and good things only come from that.
Tyson is averaging 17.9 points to go with 8.8 rebounds on the season. This is his 7th double-double. He came into this game leading SimWorld with 6. Just extending that margin tonight. Impressive performance by Tyson Simpson, but there's a nice bucket from Chris Owens off the bench. 6'5" out of Miami, Florida.
We should have shot those. Might be a little gunshot. Let's see. Oh, good move.
No. Got a nice look, just couldn't get the bucket to go.
And they're going to need for BTA, it's going to be important to see who steps up for them scoring-wise when Tyson Simpson finally get a rest. And if you're Cascadia, you've seen that Tyson Simpson's down the court. Now's the time to make your run. Because he's only going to be out for another 30 seconds. You better hurry up.
Leo with the foul is going to send Owens to the line. Chris Owens averaging 8.8 points. He's the 70th ranked player in SimWorld. Shooting 45% on the season from the field. Good free throw shooter. Gets 2 here.
Knowing when you said some of the good free throw shooters, they usually miss one.
I know. Well, you know, inverse curse, something like that maybe. Let's see what he can do with the second.
One more.
He can make it. He's a good free throw shooter.
Nah, you said it twice now. There's no way he's making it now.
There you go.
Oh, he made it.
1 point game with about a minute to go. Fields going to work out there. He's going to take that jumper. Had a clean look, couldn't get it. Rebounded by Owens.
It's a big stop for Beyond the Arch to hold on to the lead going into the fourth. Backdoor coming.
Lattimore out there.
I saw it.
Simpson on the bench as well. He is getting his first breather of the game right now. Probably going to come back in, start the fourth quarter, and may not come out. But
ain't no May to it. He ain't coming out. Only May is the May the 4th be with you. To everybody today, but he ain't coming out.
Let's see what BTA does here with Tyson not out there. And look at that. That is Christian Kelly. Kelly really shined at some points last season. And grew, actually added a few inches, 6'6" now. Averaging 7.6 points, 4 boards. And some nice contributions tonight. Chris Owens. Oh,
Chris Owens.
He had his way in that paint.
really did there. 2 defenders. Couldn't stop Chris Owens. Final seconds now. Beyond the arch looking to get some kind of shot off. That's a decent look, but won't go. With only 8 minutes left on the clock, Cascadia has a 1-point lead in a game that has been close almost all the way. Come right back. We're going to decide this here at the Make-A-Wish Foundation in St. Louis when we return. One-point lead for the road team, Cascadia. Hanging on here. Arthur Lattimore doing his thing, but Tyson Simpson, star of this game so far. Another double-double for him. He's looking to triple-double. Things break right for him.
And I'm going to say this right now. Either first team to 70 is going to win this.
Well, Simpson still not out there on the court. Continuing to rest Tyson Simpson.
That's just crazy. I can't believe. Hold on, get the coach on the line. What is you trying to do, coach? You trying to win or not win? I'm going to see on the bench in the fourth.
Have to imagine when they come back in at the first stoppage, but let's see what they can do with him on the pine. Dino Ahern.
They need a big bucket from somebody.
Ahern can't get it, and the rebound not there, ripped away by Lattimore. I thought about the step back, but instead Tada has it. Nice defense here from BTA.
Yeah, but I still don't want to. Now the big fella in the game. You see what you missed?
Yeah.
Cheek underneath.
Well, no damage done there.
Tyson's already come in.
Oh!
Oh!
Duffy finds Kelly. On the arch, lead restored.
He gave that Hershey's kiss at the top.
Once again, really sticky defense from beyond the arch. Chris Owens works around it, however, and flips it up and in. Nice play in the second half by Owens. He's come off the bench and made a real difference for Cascadia.
Agreed. I wonder how long BTA goes with Simpson on the bench.
Well, we're under 6 minutes now. Bowie tries the jumper and nails it.
Big shot. He needed that for his confidence.
Now, Simpson actually is now up off the bench. He is going to be coming in for the next stoppage. His counterpart, rival Lattimore, has it, but he loses it. Bowie, not the biggest game from him so far, but that was a big steal right there after hitting the jumper on the previous possession.
Oh, good step back.
Trying to drive and does eventually pick up a blocking foul. That is a third foul on Jason Tada. Some subs coming in. Montel Cage for Cascadia.
Substitutions on the court.
And Tyson Simpson back in the game. 5:11 to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A 1-point lead when Tyson re-entered. Shot clock winding down. Oh!
Wow.
Dino Ahern.
Oh, Dino.
Not a prolific
Great.
three-point shooter, and just kind of had to take that one, but buried.
Nice shot. Let's see if Cascadia can respond.
Chris Owens trying to attack. Comes inside. Simpson. Oh, fouled him on that one. And that's a third foul also on Tyson Simpson, so he has to watch it as well. We're going to take a quick break. Come right back. Owens to the line when we return.
Niggas better cuff your ladies on this one, man. We got my nigga Yells in the building, baby. You already know what it is. A-Dot Pistol, young Nizzle out the uncut, fam. You already know it's going down. They ain't ready, huh? Yeah. I'm in the club, fuck Doug's, I got that Henny in me. Niggas staring at my chain saying he spent a pretty penny. I'm from the city where we roll drop top billies with the rim spinning, and the women always holler, get me. So if you really with me, you part of my dream team. My cell phone rings, you on my ding ling, cause of my bling bling, or cause of my ching. See, it really don't matter, cause all the ladies scream. I know your style, I know you very well. The way you shake it, mama, I can tell. Cause in the club, girl, it never fails. They be wanting yells, so I say hell yeah. We can head to my hotel.
Out at the line. Cascadia trailing by 4. A game that has gone back and forth after Cascadia jumped out to a quick lead in the first quarter in this one, but beyond the arch brought it close by the end of that frame, and it's been tied or back and forth, narrow lead, one team or the other the rest of the way, and the game looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hey, it's one of those games. Both teams need to win. Both teams look like they want to win. We're going to see. Oh! I got your player. That's and one.
Kind of a foolish foul there by Levin, who was never going to change anything about the result.
Yeah.
Does pick up the foul, does send Simpson to the line. BTA. Simpson can hit this. This would be a 6-point lead, which is as much as they've led at any point in this game.
Yep. Hey, got to give BTA some credit. They came out here with the game plan of giving Tyson Simpson the ball. That's always a good sign. And they've stepped up their defense tonight. And Daniel Small H. Ori has been a big second scoring contributor. They got a lot of contributions from a lot of players. So I want to highlight Daniel Ori, Small H, who's been hitting a lot of threes in the first half early for them.
And Cascadia definitely not out of this, and that big three back out there. Oh, Cage. Yeah, nice drive by Cage, but just suffocating defense, and that time it wasn't Simpson with the block. I think Kelly came over to get that one. It will stay with Cascadia.
Great defense.
9 seconds on the shot clock as they inbound here. Cage with an open look, but boy, he has struggled with his shot tonight. Otto's also 3 for 11. Nice move.
Wow. Top 10 nominee, ladies and gentlemen.
Daniel Horry, 15 years old, 6'4" guard out of Peoria, Illinois.
All of Peoria eat.
He came into this one. 3-second violation. We'll send it back over to BTA. They have all the momentum. Things are going all their way here in this fourth quarter. Lattimore is going to sit. Eric Banks comes back in the game. 9-point advantage and the ball. BTA.
Now that Lattimore's out the game, this is time for Tyson to eat.
Oof. Or he could have really put an exclamation point on
Levin. I think Dan Levin is holding him now. Bro, that's not a good look. He should be eating if that's true.
Otto with a drive, but another block.
Was that 6 or 7?
That is 6, I believe. Well, we'll check that.
All right, we'll block watch.
It could be 7. I don't know if Kelly was awarded that block or if it was officially given to Simpson or not. Timeout on the court. Beyond the arch, 9-point advantage. We're going to take a quick break, 3:19, when we return to St. Louis. ETA up by 9 with just 3 minutes and change to go. This would be a big win for Beyond the... BTA up by 9. A little bit over 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, and this would be a big win for Beyond the Arch. They play in that rugged frontier division. A lot of scrappy Midwestern-based squads out there that I feel are kind of in that Beyond the Arch mode, dangerous any night. Maybe the record doesn't quite show it. Cascadia,
That's funny
they
you
can't
said
turn
rugged
this
and
around. This would be a
frontier.
3-game losing streak for them, Rick.
Yeah, it's funny you said rugged and frontier. They're like synonymous, right? Yeah, both teams need this win
Chaps,
for sure.
a lot of chaps.
Both teams need this win. I'm really impressed with BTA on the defensive end. Actually, Cascadia is one of those teams. They got all the right weapons. Cage hasn't been falling today. A couple other guards for them shots hasn't been falling, but the bigs for Cascadia have been playing well. We're gonna see who can close it. Close it out.
Tyson Simpson came to play tonight.
Katie, put your shoes on. Put your shoes on, Katie.
This may be his best game of the year. Tyson Simpson so far, I would say.
Well, we're going to see. He has 4 more blocks to get a triple-double, but I'm going to really call it his best game of the year.
6 blocks in this one. Christian Kelly was officially the person who swatted that last one. And hey, there, finally, Tada gets it back together, cuts the lead down to 8, 2:25. BTA going to take a timeout here. Coach Kusa wanting to make sure this lead doesn't get away from him, wants to lock down this victory.
He trying to, the fourth quarter is all about coaching and putting your players in a position to win. And coaching is no more important. It's very important in the fourth quarter. So Kusa saw something he didn't like. Obviously, you want to make the change, want to make sure his team can secure the victory. You got to secure the bag in the fourth quarter at home with 2:25 left. You got to secure the bag, and Kusa's trying to secure the bag.
We've had 2 games tonight. This one's been a close battle all the way. And of course, we opened up with that shocking Oceania defeat of Gotham 5. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed calling it. And remind you, SimWorld TV will be back on air next week. between now and then, definitely get on the Discord. Discord.gg/SimWorldNBA is where it's at, and that's where you'll find all of the conversation, all of the controversy. It's where you'll find Rick Blaze and Takes. Where you'll find Rick Blaze letting you know when you step out of line or say something that's wrong. He'll let you know.
Indeed. My favorite point. But shout out to these kids, man. They playing really hard, and all the kids around in all of SimWorld, they've been playing really hard, and they're really good kids. And every now and again, we have a little fun. Every now and again, a kid thinks, but it's all in good love. It's all good fun. We love the guys. Here we go. 2 minutes left, though. Let's get to it.
ETA ball, 8-point lead. They're going to be content to milk some clock here. Simpson does have it in good position. He's going to take it to and through Dan Levin. Dan Levin just doesn't have enough mass.
They're not milking the clock. They're milking Dan right now. That's what they're doing.
Well, let's see what Cascadia can do here.
Dan the milkman. They are making deliveries on his behalf.
Well, Cage has it. Shot clock winding down. His jumper won't go. And look who comes up with that rebound. Tyson Simpson.
The name you know. The name you trust.
Christian Kelly backs it out.
Yeah, it's over with, E. Katie, put your shoes on, baby. If you're ready to come lock this door. Put your shoes on, please.
Seconds and a 10-point lead. Tyson can get this to fall. Oh, he can't, but he gets another rebound and a dunk.
Katie, come get the dough, baby. Let's lock up. It's closing time.
Montel Cage ends up on the poster. I'm going to go ahead and declare what we all know to be true. Your player of the game, folks, is Tyson Simpson.
Oh, my God. Tyson should have, he should wear a T-shirt that says, "I can make you famous." Because he's putting so many people on the poster. He's put so many folks on the poster. He will make you famous or infamous, however, depending on how you want to look at it.
And the three now follows. The final score doesn't reflect the game that we all saw here, but convincing win nonetheless, and a very convincing performance. Tyson Simpson, that young man.
I feel another block coming.
See if we can get him a 7th block. Well into double digits in points and rebounds. And that should probably do it right there. Yep. No fouls. They're calling it off. And beyond the arch, just going to dribble this out. They are going to improve to 6-8, and that's 2 wins on the trot for them. Cascadia, much like Gotham, falls their 3rd straight time, and they are 5-8. Suddenly looking up at their competitors for the Arctic Division. Well, myself, Elava, or my broadcast partner and good friend Rick Blaze. Rick, it was great to get the band back together and work with you tonight. And of course, as always, our producer Ron Yell. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed these games. And remember, SimWorld TV back next week. We'll see you then, folks.